Wow, the tickets for Smite 2 are not even sold out. It's not an event, it's just a LAN. I mean, sure, but it's like the first Smite 2 thing, and it's like the only yearly event since there's no Smite 1 event anymore, so...
Just want Smite 2 needed drama. Hi friend, hope you keeping well. Please remember Smite 2 is totally a new game tongue.
I don't forget, Tier, I don't forget. Is there drama on Smite 2? What did I miss? Kong got called out on Twitter. I gotta see this. If he's a professional Smite hater, Smite 2 hater, I gotta see this. People paid for the alpha, they deserve to ask for more quality, and the bugs aren't acceptable even for an alpha. Which I agree wholeheartedly. Hi there, Rincon. I took a quick look. Notice you're also part of the ambassador program. In case you didn't know, you can post your feedback and bug reports in the server and normally get seen much faster than complaining on Twitter. Oh, so you thought... Actually, bruh, that's the problem. You know why Puffy and I would keep saying that we can't be bothered putting feedback in the Discord? Is because it doesn't fucking matter. And every time we give a piece of feedback, it's literally the other content creators who tell us that we're wrong. The thing is, if every single time you try to say something and give feedback, it's literally your co-workers who tell you to shut the fuck up because you're wrong, then, you know. I'm like, I get it, trying to do, like, I defend IRES and Smite all the time, dude. But I don't know, man. It's like, do we just take a step back and listen to other people's opinions as well, or? Because it seems like it's not actually happening at all, huh? No, but you can also disagree. You don't have to accept things you disagree with. But you don't have to be like passive-aggressive and sarcastic about it, you know? Like, who is it gonna benefit? No one. I do think it's a thing though, the whole thing about, I saw some comments where like it's impossible to criticize arrows when you work with them. I think it's true, and it's not only because of IRES or whatever, or Smite, or like because it's a politic or whatever. It's mostly, I think, because of the peer pressure. Like, all content creators are just, they're literally against you if you say anything bad or if you voice your opinion. Literally, when I tweeted about Smite 2, and I think it was like quite, it wasn't a harsh critic at all, right? Like, it was very, I don't have the word. And same when I was like talking in the ambassadors Discord about Smite 2 during all the phase of alpha, but it's like, no, you're just fucking wrong, and you're literally not allowed to talk because what you're saying is just wrong. Do you know me? I don't want my stream to be like that. I don't want my streams to be like looking for drama. Like, I want to give my opinions when I think it's important, but I also want to keep it for myself, and I don't want to like influence you guys either. Yeah, but productive criticism and shit, like, is gonna, that definition is gonna depending on the people, you know? Some people are gonna say this is not justified what you're saying. For example, in this case, your criticism is not justified because it's an alpha game, for example. Smite 2 alpha is a valid excuse if they didn't force people to spend money for the game. No, even if, well, yeah, even more, that's for sure. But even if, I don't know, man, it's like an alpha is not an excuse for everything, and especially not wanting to see evolvement and development or whatever into the game. want the game to be better. Is that not normal when it's an alpha? You want to see progress. It's the whole point of an alpha, for the game to actually progress. So like, if I tell you from the moment I started playing alpha and up until like just the, not maybe the last time, but the time just before, I literally did not see any improvement when it came to the gameplay. Now the gameplay is better, but the performance is worse, and I literally cannot see the game looking better at all. I just don't see the improvement. It doesn't fucking matter all the balance changes they've done and shit. It's a matter of priority though, and we will disagree, and a lot of people have disagreed before, and that's mainly why I don't put feedback in the Discord anymore, because the content creators and the pro players who are avid Smite players who are criticizing and giving feedback most of the time, they're kind of like stuck in this whole thing where their livelihood and their baby game is always being Smite, and so they just don't see what casual players see, which is like they want to play a pretty game, they want to play a game with content, they want to play... Nobody fucking cares about balance or the items besides the people who play fucking 10 hours a day the game, you know? Like, it's just not true. And you're just fucking clueless if you think that's the case. But these people, they'll never realize it. They'll just never realize it. For them, what's important is theory crafting and numbers, which is stupid, but at a Twitch stream is no, for sure. And they don't hear that. And especially after I've like taken a break from Smite, I see it even more, you know? If everybody thinks this is an alpha, so it's fine, don't tell the devs what's bad, then they won't fix it. No, that's true. But I think the problem with this as well, and the fact that you have to pay for the game, is that most people who have access to the game are people who invest a lot in the game, and people who play a lot and have played a lot, or people like me who got a key because they're content creators. And the problem there is that it's just literally a giant chamber of echoes. Is that how you call it in English as well? Because they have one point of view, and the lambda casual player just doesn't play the game because they're not gonna spend the money for it. And so everyone's gonna be like I appreciate like whenever Callus comes in and he's like, this changes and this change, like he's passionate about all this, and it's really cool to see like these changes with the strength, the intelligence, and the balance, and Aries like this and blah blah blah. And you're like, this is super interesting for me to hear that, because this is all the things I'm not versed in and I don't like focus on at all. But at the same time, it's balance, and it's things that they've changed countless times in Smite 1 as well. I think the focus is that the game needs to just appeal to people, and even though balance is appealing to MOBA players, most fucking MOBA players don't fucking care. There's a reason why we have a recommended system for items, and there's a reason why pro players have all their websites to advise players to build this and this and this. It's like, play this god, and there's like tier list every update, every patch of who's the best gods for which role and what are the best items, because most players are not in touch with that, and they don't care. They just want to play the game, have fun, play a pretty game without issues of stabilities in the game, without bugs. That's not a thing that happens now. When I keep saying that the builds don't fucking... I said that in the Discord as well, like, builds don't matter as much as nearly as much as you guys think. And they were like, but you don't realize the immense changes that they're doing in Smite 2 because there's these new items and strength and intelligence and now it procs like this and like this. And I was like, players don't care. You guys play the game 10 hours a day. Of course, you know that and you understand it and you care about it and you see the difference. Most players don't fucking care about that, or they care and they're interested in it, but they don't actually practice it. How many players are in Grandmasters or whatever elite is it in Smite 2? It doesn't fucking matter unless you're like in the 10% players of best players in the game. Builds, you can build like fucking ass, it doesn't matter. It was proven countless times. Streamers have done it, pro players have done it. What matters is the team. You're playing a team game. What matters is everything that's related to the team. Your teammates, your skills, how you react, your cohesion, your matchmaking, everything around the team. Builds and items don't fucking matter. You can build like ass and win or lose. It's a toss of coin. You invest much money on Smite. It was said your skins were converted into jewels for Smite 2. Looked a few days ago. Looks like you need now another currency for money. Your jewels are worthless, right? So, this is something that they've communicated a while ago and people struggle to understand, but it's complicated, so I don't blame you, but they've said it since the beginning. All the gems that you have spent in Smite 1 are converted into legacy gems in Smite 2, and those legacy gems are not exactly a currency, they're more like a discount. It's a discount in the way that when you want to buy something in Smite 2, you will be able to pay less for the skins because you already spent money in Smite 1. So you will still need to pay real money in Smite 2. So like the new currency in Smite 2 is diamonds. So you will need to buy diamonds to buy your skins. But you will also be able to spend your legacy gems to complete that. So it's think of the legacy gems in Smite 2 as a discount. Essentially, for as long as you will have legacy gems in Smite 2, you will be able to buy the skins at 50% off. Then you can have your own opinion about the system. I am just explaining the system, guys, okay? I dislike it a lot. I understand some of the reasons why it's like this. I dislike it a lot too, but it's an opinion. It's different from the facts of how the system works, okay? I don't know about Smite 2 either. The thing is, I'm just gonna say it again. I've said it before. I will not get my hopes up when it comes about Smite. Anything that Smite does, I will take with a grain of salt. I will enjoy the ride, but I will not, you know, I'll just take it as it comes. What happens, happens. You know?